We're live. We are live, and I just got done watching from my local theater, The Green Knight. Now, I was interested in this film from the trailer. I knew it was going to be a little bit more of a slower film. It's A24. A24 to me, their films is either a hit or a miss. A lot of times I do like the uniqueness of it, and I think nowadays in film there's not enough of that. So I was intrigued with The Green Knight. I know it's, I think, based off one of the Camelot stories, so it kind of follows I wanted to see Dev Patel, I believe that's his name, his performance as this, like, as King Arthur's like nephew who is to take the throne. This film is not going to absolutely blow you away with action or anything like that. It's a slower film. It's a kind of a character study. It's Dev's performance is really good in this. And what I really liked about this film is that it's more show, don't tell. So there's not a lot of conversation going throughout the film. It's a lot of music, it's a lot of editing, it's a lot of style. What I could really off my the top of my dome when I was watching this film, I was just thinking all about basically presence, not necessarily tension, but presence. And what I mean by presence is, so in the trailers you see the Green Knight disrupt like a party that's going on. Arthur's there, his nephew, Arthur's wife, all the knights are there, and that's how our story starts, with this Green Knight. Pretty much, they say it's a game, but it's kind of like a challenge to anybody. And Arthur is old at this point, and Dev Patel takes up the game, so to speak. So the presence aspect of it is the knight himself. I mean, you don't feel tension. I don't feel tension on it for some reason, but I feel presence. I feel like you watch and you stare and you behold this beautiful creation that the team has done with the knight. There's a lot of moments in the film that you see in the trailer that is very, just the presence of it and just watching things going on. You're just so curious and fascinated and intrigued. You're very intrigued by everything. The tension doesn't happens here and there. This is not one of the films I would put up on my list as the most like tension build, because it really isn't, because I think that goes for Dev Patel himself and his character. I think he is a despicable kind of character, and they showcase that in this film. It's really a boy becoming a man type story. It's a journey, it's a quest. It's basically what you're watching on the screen, right? It's fascinating. It's fascinating what the decisions he makes, what he learns and doesn't learn. So I think the ending really pays off. I mean, I love the ending of this film. Usually I don't necessarily like some of these endings like they did, but I loved it. The style of it, the camera work, the editing of it. I do think it's a little bit way too long. I think they could have cut this story down and you still would have had the same impact. But I do appreciate, and it's weird. It's very weird, and you're gonna be confused sometimes. But then I recommend going and, like, hearing everybody else's thoughts. What I came away with it was a boy becoming a man, was basically nobody becoming a somebody. The decision he makes to it's definitely a decision making kind of story in my opinion. It's definitely just a man who is despicable, maybe coming to light and maybe becoming something great. I really like the actor who played Arthur. It's if you watch the film, you could tell that Arthur and his sister, just to give you a little bit of the film, they see great things in Dev Patel, and Dev Patel's performance is really, really spot on. It's really good. I like his look. I like the look of this film. There is a couple times, though, I don't know if it was because of my screen or it was because of just the film itself. It was really dark. It was really dark in some of these scenes, and it's like, damn, just brighten it up a little bit. But the storytelling in here is really, really good. It does have that medieval kind of language to it, that where it's not straight English, it's like you got to kind of pay attention, and you got to kind of pay attention on this film, honestly. But the film is gorgeous to look at when it's not too dark. It does get super dark in some areas. There's one particular scene. It's kind of like an Attack on Titan just got introduced to this film, and it was really well done though. It was really really good. I did feel myself getting a little bored. Like I said, the length is just a little bit too long. I think they could have shortened it up a little bit. But I really appreciate that it's not your gung-ho action. It's more of a character study type film, which I thought I was going to get into, or I thought I was going to get when I came into the screening. The music is beautiful. I love the music. I'm actually going to look up the soundtrack because I love soundtrack music. And I think the soundtrack can really boost up a film. It really goes hand in hand in here. You could tell the director knew what he wanted to do, knew how to tell this story, knew what kind of music he wanted to present. This film has like a Witcher, Game of Thrones type feel to it, and also the one with Orlando Bloom. I can't remember. I think it was like Kingdom of Heaven. It has that a little bit to it. I always like medieval kind of movies. I always like the griminess to it. It's dirty. It's like how they live. You see the day-to-day operations of Camelot. Basically, I guess that's Camelot right there. But it's very intriguing. And what I really liked was Dev Patel's a character interacting with Arthur, and I really liked Arthur in here. It's a at its wit's end kind of Arthur in this film, which is great because you see Arthur as, pulling the sword out of the stone, and you see the younger days, but I want to see the older days, and I want to see that succession. There's a lot of magic to this film. There's a lot of charms. Like there's a lot of mix of magic, of kind of spirit, what's reality, what's not, hallucinations sometimes. It's a very well done film. I recommend it, but I know it's not going to be for everybody. It's an A24 film. It is lengthy. It is kind of, it gets a little boring here and there. The dialogue, sometimes it seems like it's a little bit too pretentious, but I think that would come off that way to some people. But I think it's a film that is just, you definitely want to watch it in a movie theater. I think if you watched it at home, you just kind of tune out. You'd be on your phone. It's a nice film on a matinee, not a full price. Just go to like early showing, sit down, enjoy your popcorn, soda. And I came away with it. That ending really made it. It is worth towards to get to that ending, because I think the ending is probably one of the best endings in film for a while. I just really love that ending. I really love it. It really left an impact on me. And if you could do that, you're A1 sauce to me. So if you have seen The Green Knight, let me know down below what you thought about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were some aspects of it that you did like? Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I do have my Suicide Squad spoiler review up. So if you've seen Suicide Squad, you'll have my thoughts on that one. Like the video, helps out with this channel. And then, yeah, let me know down below on the comment section. So like I always say, grab a tick, grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema. Time to go home. Bye-bye. If I can turn this off. Turn it off. No, do it now. No. How do you turn this thing off? This is the first time I used the live option. And I think I'm done. There we go. All right, we're ending it. Bye-bye.